Hi, hello. My name is Mohamad bin Jamal. I am the group leader for Group 4. We are from UNIKI ALMIAT, Bachelor in Mechanical Engineering in Aviation Technology. And in today's video, we will be presenting about our research study, which given the topic of the cause and the effect of online learning. We hope that everyone will enjoy the video, and thank you for your time.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is MOHD ALBAN bin SHAHARUGI, and today I would like to present about our thesis, which is the causes and effect of online learning among aviation students. This thesis has 5 chapters. Chapter 1, Introduction. Chapter 2, Literature Review. Chapter 3, Methodology. Chapter 4, Result and Discussion. And lastly, Chapter 5, Conclusion and Recommendation. I would like to explain about Chapter 1, Introduction. In this chapter, there are background of study, problem statement, purpose of study, significance of study, and scope lastly. The background of study for this thesis are the COVID-19 has caused school closure all over the world. Second, the system of education has been transformed by online learning. Third, university aviation engineering students are unable to attend physical class and participate in hands-on workshop. Lastly, engineering students would be unable to participate in any hands-on activities, putting them at a disadvantage because they would lack the necessary hands-on experience to work in industry. Moving on to problem statements. There are 3 problem statements in this thesis. First, almost every activities involving schools or universities is conducted via online platform. Second, in the new educational system adaptation, an internet connection is required for every single student. And lastly, university students who participate in online learning do not have a better understanding of the subject. For the purpose of this study are to determine the causes and effect of online learning for aviation students. Second, to recognize the issues students encountered while participating in online learning. And lastly, to find the solution to the problems that the student is facing. And significance of this study is it is critical in understanding the cause and effect of online learning on aviation students, as well as student issues while online learning. And secondly, it is hoped that this research will raise awareness among university training organizations about the importance of student physical and mental health when participating in online learning. And the scope for this thesis is aviation students who are currently dealing with online classes on their daily basis. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad SHAFIQ bin Muhammad NAZRI, and I'm going to present about the chapter 3, which is research methodology. Let's move to the next slide. For the introduction, include the purpose of the research. The purpose of this research is to determine the causes and effects of online learning for aviation students, to recognize the issues students encounter while participating in online learning, and to find the solutions to the problem that the students are facing. This research utilizes quantitative research methodology. The instrument used for collecting data is questionnaire. A set of questionnaire containing 12 questions divided into 4 sections has been created. Different question types such as category, Likert scale, listing, and open-minded question were used in the questionnaire. The section for the questionnaire were: A is demographic information, B the causes that leads to online learning among aviation students, C the effect of online learning to aviation students, and last but not least, recommendation. The respondents of the study were degree students in UNIKI ALMIAT. A total of 20 questionnaires have been distributed to the degree students in UNIKI ALMIAT. 13 of the respondents were male students and the rest of them were female. 17 of the respondents are in the range of age 20 until 25 years old, and 3 respondents are 18 to 21 years old. Among the respondents, 8 of them were from mechanical courses and 2 from avionics. 12 respondents were in semester 5, 3 in semester 7, 1 in semester 8, 3 in semester 3, and the remaining 1 in semester 4. For the research procedure, during the actual study, the questionnaires were distributed using Google Form link and forwarded to 20 respondents, and all of them responded. For the data analysis, a total of 3 variables were taken into consideration, namely the causes that leads to online learning among aviation students, the effect of online learning to aviation students, and the last but not least, the recommendation for the solution toward the issue. And the result were presented through frequency count, which will be explained in the next slide. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is MOHD bin FAIZAL and I will be presenting chapter 4, which is result. As we know, this chapter will be focusing on what we study has found and the result based on 21 respondents. As you can see, there is a 21 total of respondent and 14 males and only 7 are female, and majority of respondent aged between 22 and 25 years old. And also the majority of our respondent is from mechanical and only 2 from avionics course. And let's move to the course of online learning. As you can see, the figure 4.1, there is 5 courses of online learning, which is the first one is a COVID-19 pandemic, and the second one is money saving, third one is suitable course, and the fourth one is the physical case unavailable, and the last one is the new learning mode. As you can see, the first one is COVID-19. There is 16 go for strongly agree because of COVID-19, which is 76.2% strongly agree, and only 2, which is 5.72% choose agree, and 1 choose disagree and strongly disagree, which is 4.76%. Let's move to the money saving. There is 7 go for agree, which is 33.33% respondents agree, and only 2 choose disagree, which is 9.72%, and only 1 go for strongly agree and strongly disagree. Let's move to the suitable causes. There is the most one is the red one, which is agree, which is 52.38%, and only 2 go for strongly agree, which is 9.72%, and only 1 go for strongly disagree and 0 for disagree. And let's move to the physical case unavailable, which is the highest one is blue one, which is strongly agree, which is 52.38%, and 6 go for agree, which is the red one, is 28.57% respondent choose agree, and only 1 choose disagree and strongly disagree. And the last one is the new learning mode, which is the highest one is the red one, which is 9 choose agree, which is 42.86% respondents, and 8 go for strongly agree, which is 38.10%. And 1 go for disagree and strongly disagree for new learning mode, the cost of online learning.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is AFIQ bin Ahmad ZAINAL and I'm from 5X BME2 from UNICAM MIAT. And today I would like to present the causes and effect of online learning, and I will focus on chapter 4, effect, and also the recommendations based on our research. So we move on to the next slide. Okay, so for this slide, I will show you the chart of effect online learning to the students. Okay, so what we can see here, from all 5 answers, the highest selected answer is unmotivated to study online learning, and the lowest is lack of interaction. So it means that the students are unmotivated because of its lack of interactions, which means that the lecturers and also the student need more interaction during the online class. So it will help the student to focus more on the class. Okay, so as we move on to the next point, which is the recommendations from all 21 respondents. And for the next slide, I will show you the data that we have received, and also we have organized in a chart, so it will be easier for all of us to see and to record the data. Okay, so for this slide, I will show you the data that we have received from our 21 respondents. So as we can see here, that the highest point that been selected from our student is more interactive on online classes, and the lowest are shorter class session and also focus on weak students. So it means here that the students required more interaction and also more interesting during the online classes. And for the next slide, I will conclude and also summarize from the recommendation that been given to us. So for this chapter, I will summarize and also conclude from all 21 respondents that we have received. So for the first one is making online class more fun and interesting. This required both lecturers and also students to discuss together on how to improve the quality of online learning, such as making a Kahoot session once they have finished this chapter. And for the second one, a lecturer need to ask more questions to keep students focused to the class. So this is also the way to improve the understanding of the students, especially during this pandemic COVID-19, while it's needed all of us to do our class via virtual. So I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, so I will proceed with my topic. It's 4.3 discussion. Okay, firstly is the cost of the e-learning among aviation student. Okay, there is two major causes to e-learning among aviation student, which is the COVID-19 pandemic itself. Okay, and then the second is there is no physical class available during the pandemic. Okay, so they were the major causes of e-learning among aviation students. Okay, and then the second is the effects of online learning among aviation students. Okay, firstly, the most effect of online learning is the student will be less attention to the study. Okay, and the second, the student will feel unmotivated and unfocused to continue their studying. Okay, this is not random data. Okay, this is based on the data collected by the respondent. Alright. Okay, so we have figured out the solution to improve online learning among aviation student. Okay, which is firstly is the teachers must provide a more interactive class that can help to improve the online learning environment. Okay, and then the second is the student itself must be self-disciplined. Okay, must be self-disciplined, and then must increase their interest to continue their study, and then the third is the teachers also must reduce the number of assignment, because during the pandemic we also know that the student also didn't get it what we try to give and what we try to teach. So we have to understand the student, then the student will understand us. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you. Okay, for the 4.4 conclusion, there has two major conclusion in the what I want to conclude. Okay, firstly is the teachers. Okay, Firstly, the teachers must carry out their respective duties well to ensure that no student will be left behind or worse, fail in the subject. Okay, such as I said later. Okay, reduce the number of assignment and then create more creative in the class, so can attract the student to our class. Okay, and then secondly is the student. Okay, the student also must strive to maintain a positive momentum in class and try not to lose focus in lesson. Okay, what I want to tell about is, so the student must stay focused, and then when the class is started, so the others must stay behind. Okay, that's all. Alright, thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. I'm the last presenter for this presentation. My name is MOHD bin JAMAL, and I will be presenting the last chapter, which is chapter 5, to conclude our research presentation for today. In this chapter, I will be presenting the conclusion and the recommendation of the study, which we have collected the data from 21 unique LMIA degree students, as mentioned earlier in chapter 4. Now, to remind us all again that the purpose of this research is to determine the cause, the effect, and to find the solution to the problem that the students are facing. The conclusion, as shown in the slide, was drawn based on the finding of the study. We learned that the main cause of online learning is the COVID-19 pandemic, in which we can see where physical classes is unavailable, hence the new learning mode is forced to the scene. Next, we also learned that there are three major effects of online learning to the unique aviation students, particularly degree students. The respondents stated that first, their attention is easily diverted to do another things while participating in online classes at home. Secondly, they felt unmotivated to learn and to participate in their class. And lastly, the stress rate among the students is increasing due to the long hours of lecture and also online assessments. Now, for the suggestion, we can conclude that the respondents want the educators to provide a more interactive classes that will bring benefits to the student and also will help them to stay focused in the class. And that is all for the conclusion topic. Alright, moving on to the recommendation topic. For recommendation, we have classified three parties that were involved for the online learning classes. The three parties are educators, academic management, and of course the students. We also stated three recommendations based on the findings and the conclusion of the studies. The first recommendation is for the educators, as shown in the top left of the slide. The educators, they need to provide interactive class. We have recommended activities that are shown in the class, the likes of fun quizzes, experience sharing, and showing a new creative website that is relatable to their classes were found to be very helpful to attract students' attention. The second recommendation is for the academic management. Now, based on our study, the academic management is recommended to provide a balanced schedule between the theory and the practical workshop classes to help the students in having an ample amount of time to organize their daily routine at home. And lastly, for the recommendation for the student is that they need to have self-motivation, and they also need to always be prepared for classes in order to get the most quality education from their class. And that is all for the recommendation topic that we can conclude for our research study. Again, I would like to note to everyone that these results are only applicable and indicated for the unique MIAT degree students and cannot be generalized with other university students. So that is all from us. Thank you for your time and stay safe and also have a nice day.